This is probably the only thing that I have always managed to stay consistent with. Despite having done this for over 25 years, I somehow don't feel that I'm in a position to lecture anyone about what consistency is or how to get it. I can only tell you how I got there. But there's layers to it. You see, everyone more or less operates on a very common principle. If I do A, I expect B. Action always equals result. The problem is that one element in the middle, time. How long before my action becomes the result? How long does it take to get me from where I am now to where I want to be? Well, it took me more than 2 decades to realize that the question is not how long, but rather how much. During this time, I realized that the distance between where I was and where I wanted to be, in terms of fitness achievements, had been set by a projection of my own expectation. It took a long time before I realized there was a massive issue within that expectation. You see, once you decide to hit the gym, no matter of the reason, either to get big, fit, strong, healthy, you will most definitely have a reference point, which is at least one person you either know or follow. And that person is now your idea of being big, fit, strong, healthy, whatever. People will always compare themselves to others. It's just part of social learning. We create benchmarks based on those comparisons. But the problem is that it creates a false expectation, or at least a very distorted one. Everyone is different. People have different genetics, different starting points, different lifestyles, different opportunities, different circumstances. Result, you're now trying to become someone else. And that's not possible, but it will take you a very long time before you realize it. That is, if you haven't quit already. The second biggest problem with expectation. If I don't reach those goals quickly enough, what's the point then? Or you decide to take shortcuts. Another side effect of that same problem, a false expectation. Solution? You have to accept that you cannot possibly know what the future version of yourself looks like. For me, this is where everything changed. I stopped worrying about that altogether. Instead of training trying to reach something inexistent, I started training for the actual process, knowing that during that journey I will see changes. Does it mean I don't have expectations? The truth is, my expectations have never been higher. But they're not based on physical appearance and outside comparisons anymore, but rather on attributes such as power, strength, stamina, endurance, or concepts like motivation, determination, discipline, and consistency. Yes, consistency. That's how we got here. What is it? How do you get it? It is universally agreed that consistency is the process of strategic repetition, but it is also supported by a high dose of discipline. Finding yourself repeating something extremely difficult whilst having zero motivation for it is a hard pill to swallow. It's like going to work on your day off for free. Only discipline can help you get through that because it allows you to ignore what you feel, how you feel, why you feel, and get the job done. So how do you get it? Well, I don't think there is a universally correct way to achieve it, and as I said at the beginning, I can only tell you how I got here. I stopped creating unrealistic and distorted expectations of what I should be. I stopped comparing myself to others. I stopped worrying how long it would take me to get from A to B. I stopped thinking only about the goal and started thinking about the process. I promised myself I would never quit, that I would always look to improve, to get better, to recognize progress no matter how small it is, to aim for it every day, to set goals and work hard to achieve them, to be optimistic but not wait for anything to fall from the sky. But the most important thing that I realized is the distance between goal set and goal achieved is not when, but how much. It's about how much effort. It's about how much determination. It's about how much discipline and consistency you are willing to put in. That is the exact distance between now and then. Enjoy the process.